Hey Corn Bears, today we are going to be going through the cues and steps of how to complete a correct underhand throw. Okay? So for this example, I'm going to be using a beanbag, but when you go outside and you practice your underhand throw, if you don't have a beanbag, you can use a ball or anything else around your house that you are comfortable practicing your throws with. Alright? So the very first thing that we need to do when we're getting ready to throw is we need to decide what hand we're going to throw with. I'm going to throw with my right hand. I'm right-handed. This is my dominant hand. Dominant is a word that we're going to use a lot, especially when we're talking about throwing. Your dominant hand is probably going to be the one you throw with every time. Your dominant hand is the one that you probably eat with, you probably write with, you probably brush your teeth with. It's the one you use most often. Alright, so I'm right-handed. I'm going to be using my right hand for this demonstration. Some of you might be left-handed, and you're just going to do it with your left hand. Alright? So, once you have your object that you're going to throw in your dominant hand, the next thing you're going to do is you need to face your target. And right now, I'm just going to pretend that you all or my screen is my target, and I'm going to face my target. This is the direction that I'm going to be throwing. Okay? Now I'm facing my target. I have my beanbag or my object in my dominant hand. The next thing I need to do is get myself into a ready position. Ready position just means my feet are about as wide as my shoulders. They're not too wide, they're not too close, but they're at a comfortable position about as wide as my shoulders. My knees are bent a little bit. I'm still facing my target and holding my object in my dominant hand. Alright? Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to swing that dominant hand straight back behind me. Alright? I want it to go in a straight line behind me, not off to the side, not off to the side this way. I want to pull it straight back behind me, and depending on how far of a throw you're making is going to depend on how far you pull your arm back. If you're making a throw that's very close, you're just going to pull it back a little ways. If you're going to make a throw that's much further, you might need to pull your arm a little bit further back. Okay? So, start from the beginning. Dominant hand, face your target, athletic ready position, swing your arm straight back. Okay? Now the next thing you need to do is you need to take a step with one of your two legs. The leg that you're going to choose is your opposite leg. And when I say opposite, I mean the leg that is on the other side of your body from where you're throwing. So if I throw with my right hand, I'm stepping with my left leg because they're on opposite sides of my body. If you are throwing with your left leg, you're going to step with your right leg because it is on opposite sides of your body. Okay? So, I've got myself ready. I pulled my arm back. I'm going to step with my opposite leg straight towards my target. Okay? Now my arm swings forward, and there's a moment when I'm going to let go of this object. This is called my release point. Your release point doesn't have to be in the exact same spot every time, but it's going to kind of be between here and here. Alright? Depending on how high or low you want your throw. If you want it to be a lower throw, you might let go down here. If you want it to be a higher throw, you might let go a little bit higher. Okay? After you release your object, you let go, it's going towards your target, your hand does not stop. Your hand keeps going in that same direction it was traveling, up here above your head, and that's a very important thing, and it's called your follow through. It's going to help with your accuracy, which means your beanbag is going to go in the direction that you want it to go. Alright? So from the beginning, it's going to look like this. Beanbag or ball in your dominant hand, facing your target, athletic ready position, swing your arm straight back, step with your opposite foot, arm comes forward, throw, and follow through. Okay? Those are the steps for an underhand throw. And like I said, it might change a little bit depending on how far away your target is or how close your target is. You might have to change how much force or how far back you pull your arm, or you're going to have to change your release point. Okay? So go ahead and practice some underhand throws in your yard or somewhere where you have some room. Okay? Nice job.